Hello and welcome to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. My view of humanity is a whole new tea. Hi and hello to all of my lovelies, my beauties, my royalties. Take that deep breath. Don't forget about those Epstein files. Happy Pride Month. Happy Pride to all of mine. I'm an ally. I love and adore you. Whew. And, I've been thinking about this quite a lot lately because, especially with the American celebrations versus the freedom, they changed one word, America versus freedom, but I've been thinking a lot about that too because I'm like, America 250 versus freedom 250. When you compare the words, it's a stronger, and this is going to be, well, part of it about dating life, part of it political, and then back to dating, and then back to I'm gonna be all over. It's a messy episode. But don't forget the petty tea, the scorching hot, boiling petty tea. If you like it cold, hold the ice because the ice is a hot mess in these streets. But yeah, it's like I've been thinking a lot about my villains lately, and especially after the current breakup and stuff like that and how part of me I'm just like, hmm, all right. But then also realizing that, I already knew I was going to, I'm developing my life, and especially as a person with a disability, I have already done some pretty cool and amazing things. And I'm going to be developing my all of my businesses, but especially as an author. And now that I am fully diagnosed and I know a lot of the things I have to be careful and watch out for, and I have a lot of the machines and mechanics that help me, either with the pain and the side effects and stuff like that. So I can start living. And so even though all the plans that I thought I was going to have this summer are now washed away, there are still some really exciting things I'm so excited about, but I can't talk about some of them until after because I think his ex-wife is finally going to stop bothering me, but she's such a vindictive, awful, hateful monster that I don't know. She's dreadful, she's awful, she's a bigot. Mhm. This is in my opinion, of course. This is in my opinion. But, okay, yeah, let's take a big sip of some patty tea, babies, because even though I can't stand him, and I'm kind of debating, do I have any hate for him? I might, because everything I told him, everything yeah, I let him know from the very beginning. Go stay on the dating apps. We can be friends. Because the thing is, if we were friends this entire time, we would have still been the best of friends. And I would have been helping and supporting him date. But then he was like, no, he didn't listen to me. And I think that's one reason I'm wondering, do I have any hate for him? Because he didn't listen to me. He ignored me. And that's what the patriarchy, even though he did live a reversal with the traditional relationships or whatever, total opposite or whatever. He still had there were still signs of the patriarchy in him, which kind of surprised me, but I thought maybe it was him trying to figure out himself and his identity, but no, he didn't listen to me on purpose. I kind of feel like he hurt me on purpose. And so yeah, if I do end up hating him, I have a right to. I have a right to. But his ex-wife, and this is why, okay, while I might have hate for him, I'm still cheering him on because that's gonna drive his ex-wife crazy. Because okay, in part of the write-up with the because okay, I told you guys the story, so if you don't know, go back to, I think Bully is in the title, and one of the episodes it's with the street lights and everything. That's about her, and episodes right around that one are about her. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Make sure you have some scorching hot petty tea for that one. For those, yeah. Listen to all of them, babies, because she had the nerve to call me obese special ed, and she called me an SPED, and she kept laughing, saying, "Oh, so you're actually gonna try to have a baby with a disabled woman?" And it's like, yeah, she said so. Like she kept harping over my disability, but then when my ex brought it up to her over recording, "Oh well, I have a disability too." Then why are you? Mm. But anyway, so like, oh, and she was listening. She found out about me because like, and see, if a man ever keeps saying, "Oh no, let's do it," like, but you have a second, like, listen to your intuition, ladies, because a lot of men do stupid, awful, terrible thing, or some men do, they want to do something, but you know, you have an inkling to wait, but then they keep pressuring you because like he wanted to be Facebook friends, and I'm like, oh, I want to wait until everything was final. I mean, I want to just make sure, like, you know what? Yes, like, because he refused to like keep up the dating, and like he was like, no, I'm only dating you or whatever. But then within a month, he wanted to be friends on Facebook, and I'm like, okay, maybe we should wait. And he was like, no. And so that's how she found me. And then she started stalking me, but yeah, she was stalking me. She went and looked up my YouTube channel. She looked up on like my link tree, looked up everything on me, and even admitted that she would have clicked on my LinkedIn, but I would have had a record of it, so that's why she didn't do it. And she yelled out my full name and one of my sister's full names. Yeah, and it's like she did, like she yelled out my address and a lot of information and printed out. Okay, there's more to this, but yeah, look, when one, okay, because some people might not believe me with her going like, just listen to the episode because she has done so much, and so that's one reason why now I kind of laugh because even though I can't stand him, I love that this is going to drive her. Like, she's gonna love that he broke up with me. But now he's gonna be dating new people. He's gonna be dating new people. They're gonna be allowed to be around the kids because, okay, because she forgot that I'm not gonna let people bully me. And so I I talked about it on my episode, and somehow, like, even though I have the small channel because someone scammed me on Fiverr, she made her children listen to it, and her oldest son was crying. Oh, my son found your channel. He didn't find your channel. Stop. You're stupid. Okay. He did not find my channel. I mean, this woman, like, she called me special ed. She called me an SPED. She called me so many terrible things. But this lady, like, there's so many things I want to call her now. It's like, okay, I'll call her poorly educated, naive. Actually, no, like, you know what? She is stupid because she thinks that I'm going to fall for that. She thought that her ex was going to fall for that. They didn't find it. You stalked me. You look like, yeah. And so, anyway, she went to her lawyer and only like didn't show that I only started talking about her once she starts picking on me and yelling about my information in a parking lot and all of these other things. Didn't point that out. And so the judge was like, okay, she is not allowed to see your children for a year. But now it's not me. Only my name was in the paperwork. So now the next person he dates, he can bring them straight to the children. I mean, he's responsible, so I think he's going to wait. I hope he's going, like, okay, on second thought, because he wanted to introduce me really quick. I was like, no, 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 because I was the one that told him even from jump, like, let's wait 3 to 6 months at least. So, but now she has no power. Their names are nowhere in the documents, and she can't do anything about it unless they have a YouTube channel and they talk about her. Oh, I love my life. And so, yeah, even though I can't stand him, I love this. I cherish this because bullies and villains are getting their payback. And my ex, he had the nerve to say I did nothing wrong. So I get to enjoy it. I don't like, there's nothing for me to feel bad about. So, but yeah, in a relationship, if you ever doubt yourself, if you ever feel like you need time or space, and also, like, one reason, like, well, I've already explained why I will never forgive him, but like, the whole patriarchy is just because I was right the entire time about everything. This man only dated me because he was bored, basically. Babies, babies. Or maybe, oh, okay, and I don't mean, like, when I say bored, my definition is like the way she did him, it got him at such a low point. And I think he was just so nervous, and also he was exhausted because he's been on the dating apps, and like he was hardly talking to many people. But now I think he finally met somebody. I think someone at work. But yeah, I like, even though I can't stand him, I hope the best for him. And even though he was nothing but a complete liar and deceiver to me, I hope I hope he finds somebody absolutely amazing. And I mean, part of it, is the innocent reason, but part of it is the revenge reason on his ex-wife. Yes, it is. Because she's gonna absolutely hate it. Because she knows how amazing he is. And I'm not gonna say he's not. He is empathetic and sympathetic. I kind of wonder if it was love bombing, but he's really talented at the love bombing. Like, with everything he's been through, he's very good at love bombing then. So, because yeah, I'm still putting those pieces together. I'm still figuring that part out. But oh yeah, on the other channel, I'm going to be talking about my goals and what I'm going to be doing this summer. And like, there's some things I'm going to be doing all on my own with my disability or after being diagnosed for the first time. And I'm kind of excited. And there's one thing that he promised that we were going to do that now we're not going to do, but I think I'm going to try to do on my own because I know he said he was going to take me on a train trip. So now I'm wondering, maybe I should do that train trip on my own. Maybe if I do enough research and look up like the accessibility of some of these. If I mean, I would just have to argue with my father and stuff because, oh my god, like all of my life until my diagnosis, you're a normal girl, just walk right, just do this and blah 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 blah. Oh, you just want attention, and like, oh, the doctors say nothing's wrong with you, so nothing's wrong. Well, but once I get diagnosed, no, you just need to stay around here. Oh, you don't need to move, like, you don't need to do this, you don't. Oh no, I want you around here, I want you in my sight. And like, yeah. So, and that's another thing with the bully. I can tell that her daddy or her parents didn't really love her because she doesn't understand disability life, and she tried to judge me for my how I live and things. And yes, I had a very troublesome upbringing because of not being diagnosed. But now I'm having a troublesome like grown up grown up upbringing or whatever because of the diagnosis. Now everyone wants to hover over me and make sure I'm okay all the time and make sure I'm not in danger, and because they say they care for me and love me too much. Something I don't think she's at like and with my mom I don't think I've ever I don't think that would have happened with my mom. I really don't. So yeah, I can't say differently with my but with my dad, yeah. He changed so there's some things we're still working on. So yeah, people with disabilities, trust me. Oh yeah, though there's some things we're still working on, but we've come a long way. And especially now with my business, he's like, oh, so when are we gonna get these pre-orders? And oh, what do you need help? Like it's like now, like at first he was second guessing, but I know if you think 2022 is when I showed him my third children's book because I didn't show him any of them because I didn't know how he was going to react. Because if you guys have been listening, you already know my mom threatened, and she packed my bag a few times. If I was going to publish books, she was going to kick me out the house. So I was so nervous. But after my mom passed and after my diagnosis, I was like, you know what? This is my dream. This is what I want. And I want him to see it because I'm like, I don't want to hide it anymore. So I ordered a copy of one of the books, and when it came to the house, I was so excited. And so I remember I handed it to him, and he looked at me. He was like, "What's?" And he was like, "What's this?" And he was like, "Oh, you bought this one of these books for one of your students you're tutoring." And I was like, "Daddy, look at the names on it." And then he saw my name and the illustrator, of course, but he saw my name and he was like, "What?" I was like, "I wrote that book. I made that book." And his face just changed because he starts looking at it and he was like, "This looks professional. This looks amazing. You made this." Yes, and it's crazy because I'm like a lot of the people I know, and I showed them, they were like, "This looks professional." Like they were like, I've seen other self-published people, I've seen other people put things together, and it does not look good. This looks amazing." And so, because yeah, it's like one thing. Like my mom was strict, but she was a perfectionist and a Virgo, so she made sure that yeah. So and also I'm a nerd. I'm a nerd. I was looking things up and figuring things out, and I want it to look professional, and I want it to look like this and that, and like I'm doing the same thing with my candles. And I know at first my dad was just like, what are you doing? And why are you doing so much like I'm like, oh, I've got to research this, and oh, I got to compare these scents, and I got to do this, and oh, I think I have the formula, but then I'm like, oh, it's still not right. And he was like, oh, but and he was like, that's good though. No, no, that smells good. Go on and do that. I'm like, no, 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 that's not. And so with the new scent, I showed him 2 weeks ago, and he was like, oh, it's like now he's understanding how just a couple tweaks to a scent, because he was like, now this smells. And yeah, it's like he had the big smile on his face too. But then I created the sample candle and everything. So but now that I created and I've been testing it out, I know a couple adjustments that I'm going to be making. Did I want to be ready by summer of this year? Yes, I did. But at the same time, I want quality over a rush or speed or whatever. So I want it to be amazing. I want it to be I want to show that even though I have a disability, I can still show high quality things. I can still have like demure things and stuff. So, because sometimes when people see people with disabilities, they don't think that at all about us. They don't see much value in us. And so I think that's one reason why when I make something, and especially with my candle and greeting card line, I want the highest of quality. I want like high class. I want just a certain ambiance with it. And I know my ex's ex wife is going to hate it. Yeah, yeah. Hmm. Yeah. So I don't know. It's just, I still don't know why she bullied me so much. Because, yeah, while she's hating that I was dating her ex husband, she already had a man for like years. She's already married to him. Like, they got married within like a month and a half. And so yeah, and the thing is, I didn't even know. It's like, I love my friends, but like, because after being bullied and everything that I was going through, it's like sometimes they would like be like, okay, what stupid things or what crazy things was she up to? And so like, yeah. And I mean, he would show and tell me too, but I don't know. It was just, but now I'm excited because again, I'm going to be finishing up the novel. I am. And now, because yeah, now I have more reason to, because I'm just like, you know what? I lost someone I really cared about and I truly loved. And now I can turn that hurt and that pain and that possible hate into fuel to finish things that if I was just his friend, you know, yeah, so because I saw so much in him. I saw so much in him. And so that's one reason I know he is going to find amazing people. Like, I don't know, male, female, I don't know, trans, like, I have no idea. But I hope, well, I don't even have to hope, I know that once he meets that person, it's gonna drive his ex-wife crazy. And I don't know, some people are gonna be like, okay, you're mean. I don't care. I have a right to be mean. It's like, I there's some things I can't say just yet because I don't have all the evidence. But there are so many things this woman has done, and you can tell she's done it before, or she's watched other people and she's watched their mistakes because she's able to do like putting it in, under other people's names and things like that. Yeah. So, and that's another reason I'm just like, this woman forgets I'm an author. This woman's so poorly educated. She forgets I'm an author. And now with everything that I'm working on, and now like I'm creating a new business plan so I can officially start applying for grant money. Once I start getting grant money, oh, marketing, advertising, oh, these books will be out there. And people are going to know her name. Yes. So, yeah, that's one of the fun parts about life. Is and that's because with some of the villains and some of the people that I have met throughout my life, they are characters. And I get to make them anything I want. Mhm. Mhm. I do, and it's going to be so much fun. It allows me power, and it takes the like with a lot of the guys I've dated or seen or met or whatever, they won't like some of them are like, oh well, you should do your business like this, even though they've never spent a day in college, not a, or and if they did go to college, not a day in business school, and or did they ever start their own business, and or if they started their own business, either it failed, they're not making any money, or their customers can't stand them. Do you know? There's been men who's tried to tell me how to run a business, but they can never get a repeat customer because, but then they blame the customer. Every single customer. If you have to blame every single customer, maybe you have to put it all together. Maybe you need to put it all together of why they don't want you. I mean, I already know because he would tell me what would happen, and I'm like, mm, but you called the mother of the bride fat in front of the son of the bride, like, mm, and you decided to take some you take some Tupperware to some of the weddings, and you fill them up as much as you can and sneak them to your car. um mm, and like, I mean, there's other things too, but yeah, it's like this guy was trying to tell me how I should be running my business and different things I should be doing. And I just thought it was hilarious because I'm just like, mm. And it's kind of like, even with my dating life, when conservative black men tell me who I'm supposed to date or how I'm supposed to date, even though they cheated on their now ex-wife with 5 women at the same time. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, and that's another petty thing too. Oh, okay. Like, oh, well, you know what? I'll save this one for Patreon. But there was something else that my ex's ex wife accused me of doing. And it turned out it was her. And she'd even, like, she was just like, yeah, that was, it was golden, golden, shimmering gold. Like, who? But yeah, let's just say the summer is going to be interesting because everything, because like with my ex's present, if you don't know about the present, go back to a couple episodes ago. I talked about it earlier this week, but yeah, I was working so hard on that, but now it's Bart. Like, yeah, it's like the instructor told me, like, yeah, we're having meetings now on how things are gonna go, and they're probably possibly going to stay a client and stuff. And now, tell like, since I did a good job with them, they're like, oh well, since this isn't the same type of business arrangement anymore, it's like, would you want some more people to? And so part of me, I'm just, because yeah, at first it was just bartering so that I would be able to afford, like, that's how I was gonna pay for his, college graduation gift. But now, hmm, well, I know I need to finish the novel and all my writing projects and things like that, but maybe that can be the seventh or eighth stream of income, which is part of my goals, which I'm going to be talking on the other channel about. But yeah, this this whole summer is changing, and oh, I gotta check how the start of one of my projects is going. Yeah, I'm gonna go outside and look at that today, and I've got to get more supplies. Actually, oh yeah, one of my friends, she just messaged me too. She has some more supplies that she was just like, I was like, oh, I was like, I can just borrow them for, like, because she offered them to me, and I'm like, no, girls, like, I can like, if you don't mind, I'll borrow them. But and she was like, my mom gave them to me like 4 or 5 years ago. I haven't touched them, so it's like, yeah, she said she's gonna give them to me. So now I'm kind of excited. So because one, like, I still have not recorded. There's an episode where I put all of the links that was going to be for his presents in there. One of the links that's not on there, I was going to get him a hummingbird feeder because his youngest daughter loves animals. And so they always, like, whenever I was over there, he would have some kind of critter, some kind of animal that she found. And I was like, you know what? She might end up in STEM. She might be a vet, or she might want to be a zoologist. So it's like, and since that's the kind of dad he is, which I love. And I complimented him because I'm like, you're not scared for your daughter to be in STEM. You're not scared for what you're like. You're encouraging your daughters to be who they want to be, and I love that. And so, yeah, one of the presents was going to be a hummingbird feeder. So, but now I'm going to get two for me. Thank you so much for listening to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. I am a woman, I am of color, and I am handicapable. But most importantly, I am human and you're human too.